My beloved brothers and sisters, listen to me carefully. Not everyone who stands beside you is walking in the same direction as you. Some people walk with you only to slowly change your direction. They laugh with you but weaken your discipline. They talk to you every day but quietly distance you from Allah. And the most dangerous part is this: you do not even realize it is happening until your heart has already changed, until your salah feels heavy, until sin feels normal, until the person you once were starts to disappear. Ask yourself this honestly: who are the people closest to you right now, and what are they doing to your heart? Because your circle is not just your company, it is your future, it is your akhirah. And today we are going to uncover the types of people you must never stay close to, no matter how comfortable, no matter how familiar, no matter how difficult it feels to step away. The one who pulls you away from prayer, me beloved brothers and sisters, the first person you must be extremely careful around is not always the one who openly tells you to abandon your prayer. No, it is far more subtle than that. It is the one who slowly makes your salah feel less important. The one who keeps you busy when it is time to stand before Allah. The one who says, just a few more minutes, finish this first, you can pray later. And you listen because it feels small, it feels harmless. But understand this deeply: every time you delay your prayer without a valid reason, something inside your heart is being affected. Not loudly, not suddenly, but quietly. Because salah is not just an obligation, it is your connection to Allah. It is the moment where your heart finds peace, where your worries are placed before the one who controls everything. And when someone repeatedly becomes the reason you delay that connection, they are not just distracting you, they are weakening your relationship with your Creator. Think about it. There was a time when you felt urgency for your prayer, when the adhan would call and your heart would respond. But now, because of certain people, certain environments, certain distractions, that urgency is fading. You start telling yourself, I will pray later, and later becomes much later. And sometimes later never comes. My brothers and sisters, be very honest with yourself. Who are the people in your life that make you forget your salah? Who are the ones who fill your time but empty your connection with Allah? Because a true friend will pause everything and remind you it is time to pray. A true companion will protect your salah more than your entertainment. But the wrong person will keep you engaged, keep you distracted until the moment passes, and then they will say nothing. And slowly your heart becomes used to it. And once the heart becomes used to delaying salah, it becomes easier to miss it. And once it becomes easier to miss it, the connection weakens. And when that connection weakens, everything else in your life begins to feel heavy. Your peace decreases, your clarity fades, your strength weakens, because you have disconnected from the very source of your strength. So protect your salah by protecting your environment. Protect your prayer by being careful who you give your time to, because not everyone deserves your closeness, especially if they are costing you your connection with Allah. And always remember this: the one who brings you closer to your prayer is the one who truly cares about you, and the one who takes you away from it, no matter how kind they seem, is someone you must create distance from before they create distance between you and Allah. The one who normalizes sin, my beloved brothers and sisters, after the one who distracts you from your prayer, comes someone even more dangerous. The one who slowly changes how you see right and wrong. Not by forcing you, not by commanding you, but by making sin feel normal. By making it feel small. By making it feel acceptable. This person does not come to you and say, disobey Allah. No. They come to you with soft words. They say, relax, it's not that serious. Everyone does this. You are overthinking, and slowly the weight of sin begins to disappear from your heart. The first time you committed that action, you felt something inside you, a hesitation, a discomfort, a voice whispering, this is not right. That was your Iman speaking. That was your heart still alive. But then you stayed close to people who laughed about that same sin, who joked about it, who shared it openly as if it was nothing. And slowly that discomfort began to fade. The hesitation became weaker. The voice became quieter, until one day you did the same action and felt nothing at all. And that is when the real danger begins. Because my brothers and sisters, feeling guilty after sin is not a weakness, it is a blessing. It is a sign that your heart is still connected to Allah. But when sin becomes normal in your eyes, when it no longer bothers you, when you begin to defend it instead of regret it, then your heart is in danger. And the one who brought you to that point is not just a companion, they are a test. Understand this deeply. No one falls into major sin overnight. It always begins with small steps, a small compromise, a small justification, a small influence. And the people you surround yourself with are the ones who make those small steps easier. They remove the seriousness, they remove the fear, they remove the awareness, until you begin to walk towards sin without even realizing you are moving. And sometimes the most painful realization comes later, when you look back and ask yourself, how did I become like this? And the answer is not just your actions, it is your environment. It is the people who stood beside you while you were changing. So be very careful. Who are the people that make you feel uncomfortable about sin? And who are the ones who make you comfortable with it? Because the one who reminds you this is not right, even if it hurts your ego, is protecting your akhirah. But the one who says it's okay, don't worry, while you are disobeying Allah, is harming you more than you realize. My beloved brothers and sisters, protect your heart. Stay close to those who remind you of Allah, even when it is difficult to hear. Stay close to those who feel regret after sin, who turn back, who make you feel that returning to Allah is always possible. Because those are the people whose hearts are still alive. And distance yourself from those who have become comfortable in disobedience, who see no problem, who feel no regret, who speak of sin as if it is part of normal life. Because if you stay close to them long enough, what they see as normal will slowly become your reality. And once sin becomes your reality, returning becomes harder. Not because Allah does not accept you, but because your heart no longer feels the need to return. And that is the greatest loss. So never stay close to someone who makes sin feel easy. Stay close to those who make Jannah feel close. And who remind you that every action matters, every step matters, and every moment is being seen by Allah. The one who fills your heart with negativity, my beloved brothers and sisters, there is another type of person who may not pull you away from prayer directly, who may not openly invite you towards sin, but still they slowly damage your heart in a way that is just as dangerous. And that is the one who fills your heart with negativity. The one whose words are always heavy. The one who sees darkness even where there is light. The one who complains constantly, criticizes endlessly, and speaks about others in a way that poisons your thoughts. You sit with them and you do not notice it at first. It feels like normal conversation. It feels like harmless talk. But slowly, something inside you begins to change. Your mind becomes heavier. Your outlook becomes darker. Your heart begins to lose its softness, because the words you hear repeatedly become the thoughts you carry, and the thoughts you carry shape the heart you live with. My brothers and sisters, understand this deeply. Your heart is not only affected by what you do, it is affected by what you hear, what you absorb, what you allow into your inner world. And when you sit with someone who constantly complains about life, you begin to feel ungrateful. When you sit with someone who always talks badly about others, you begin to see people with suspicion. When you sit with someone who spreads negativity, you begin to lose hope, even when Allah has given you countless reasons to be hopeful. And the most dangerous part is this: it does not happen suddenly, it happens slowly, silently, without warning, until one day you realize that the peace you once had is no longer there, that the gratitude you once felt has become rare, that your heart, which once found comfort in remembering Allah, now feels distracted, heavy, unsettled. And you begin to ask yourself, what changed? Nothing dramatic happened, no major event, no sudden loss. But the answer lies in something you may have overlooked, the people you stayed close to. My beloved brothers and sisters, negativity is contagious. Just like light spreads, darkness spreads too. And if you do not protect your heart, it will absorb whatever surrounds it. That is why a true believer is someone who brings ease, who reminds you of Allah's mercy, who speaks words that heal, not words that harm. Someone who, even in difficulty, points you back to hope. Someone who reminds you that Allah is still in control, that Allah is still Rahim, that Allah has not abandoned you. But the wrong person will make you feel like everything is falling apart, like nothing is good, like there is no way out. And if you listen long enough, you begin to believe it. You begin to lose trust. You begin to lose patience. You begin to lose your connection with the one who never fails you. So be careful, very careful who you allow to influence your heart, because your heart is not a place for everyone. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, your emotions, your inner peace. Protect it, guard it. Because once negativity settles inside the heart, removing it is not easy. It lingers. It affects your worship. It affects your relationships. It affects how you see life itself. My brothers and sisters, surround yourself with those who remind you of al-khayr, those who speak words that uplift you, those who help you see the blessings you already have, those who remind you that even in hardship there is wisdom, there is mercy, there is a purpose. Because these are the people who strengthen your Imaan, not weaken it. And distance yourself from those who constantly bring darkness into your life. Not because you hate them, but because you value your heart. Because you understand that your heart is the place where your relationship with Allah lives. And anything that harms that space, no matter how small it seems, is something you must take seriously. So choose carefully. Because the voice you listen to every day becomes the voice inside your heart. And that voice will either bring you closer to Allah or slowly take you away. The one who envies you, my beloved brothers and sisters, there is another type of person who is extremely dangerous, not because of what they say openly, but because of what they carry silently in their heart. And that is the one who envies you, the one who looks at your blessings and feels discomfort instead of happiness. The one who hears your good news and their heart tightens instead of expanding. The one who smiles in front of you, but inside they are struggling with what Allah has given you. And this type of person is often not far away. Sometimes they are very close, very close. Because envy does not always come from strangers. It often comes from those who see you regularly, those who know your life, those who witness your growth. And that is what makes it even more dangerous, because you feel safe around them, you trust them, you open your heart to them, you share your achievements, your plans, your blessings. But you do not realize that not every heart can handle your blessings. Not every heart can celebrate what Allah has given you. My brothers and sisters, envy is not just a feeling. It is a fire inside the heart, a fire that burns peace, burns sincerity, burns relationships. And the one who carries it may not show it clearly, but its effects will appear in their tone, in their reactions, in their absence when you succeed, and their presence when you struggle. Pay attention to this. Who is there for you when you are down, but disappears when you rise? Who becomes distant when Allah opens doors for you? Who changes when your life begins to improve? Because a sincere heart celebrates your blessings as if they are their own. A pure heart makes dua for you and feels joy when Allah honors you. But a heart filled with envy cannot do that. It struggles, it resists, and sometimes it begins to wish for your blessings to decrease. My beloved brothers and sisters, you must understand something very important. Not everyone deserves to know everything about your life. Not every blessing needs to be shared. Not every success needs to be announced. Because when you expose your blessings to the wrong hearts, you expose yourself to harm you cannot see. And sometimes that harm does not come in obvious ways. It comes in subtle changes, in how they treat you, in how they speak to you, in how they support you or fail to support you. And slowly you begin to feel uneasy, confused, because you cannot explain what changed, but something feels different. That is the effect of hidden envy. So what should you do? First, protect your blessings. Be grateful to Allah privately. Keep some parts of your life between you and your Creator, because not everything is meant for public eyes. Second, observe people carefully, not with suspicion, but with awareness. Notice who makes dua for you. Notice who genuinely smiles for you. Notice who supports you without hesitation. And notice who becomes uncomfortable, because your heart will feel the difference if you pay attention. Third, stay close to those who have pure hearts, those who are not competing with you, those who are not measuring themselves against you, those who understand that rizq is from Allah and what is written for you cannot be taken by anyone else. These are the people who will bring peace into your life. My brothers and sisters, envy destroys more than we realize. It destroys relationships, it destroys trust, it destroys hearts. And if you stay too close to someone who carries it, it will affect you, even if you are not the one feeling it, because you will begin to feel drained, uncomfortable, guarded. So do not ignore these signs, do not dismiss them, and do not continue exposing your heart to someone who cannot handle your blessings. This does not mean you hate them. This does not mean you cut them off completely, but it means you create wise distance, you limit what you share, you protect your peace, because your blessings are a trust from Allah. And not every heart around you is safe for that trust. So choose carefully who you keep close, because the right person will increase your gratitude, but the wrong person will turn your blessings into a source of discomfort. And that is not a place your heart should ever live in. The one who distracts you from your purpose, me beloved brothers and sisters, there is another type of person whose danger is not loud, not obvious, not immediate, but it is deep and it is long lasting. And that is the one who distracts you from your purpose, the one who does not pull you into clear sin, the one who does not openly harm you, but the one who quietly fills your life with things that do not matter. They keep you busy, busy with conversations that lead nowhere, busy with activities that bring no growth, busy with entertainment that consumes your hours, your energy, your focus. And at first, it feels harmless. It feels like you are just passing time, just relaxing, just enjoying. But slowly, something very serious begins to happen. Your life starts to move without direction. Your days begin to pass without meaning. Your time, the most valuable thing Allah has given, you start slipping away moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day. And the most dangerous part is this: you do not feel it immediately, because distraction does not come as pain. It comes as comfort. It comes as ease. It comes as something you enjoy. So you do not resist it. You welcome it. You look forward to it. And that is exactly how it traps you. My brothers and sisters, understand this deeply. Not everything that feels good is good for you. Not everything that keeps you busy is beneficial. There are people who will sit with you for hours, but will never remind you of your purpose. They will talk endlessly, but never about growth. They will laugh with you, but never help you become better. They will fill your time, but empty your direction. And one day, you will look back and realize years have passed. Years, and you are still in the same place, the same habits, the same mindset, the same distance from who you could have become. And that realization is heavy, because time, once gone, never returns. My beloved brothers and sisters, you were not created to live a distracted life. You were created with purpose. You were created to grow, to improve, to build a relationship with Allah, to leave behind something meaningful, to prepare for the akhirah. But none of that can happen if your time is constantly being consumed by people who have no direction themselves. Because people who are lost will keep you lost. People who have no purpose will never guide you towards yours. And if you stay close to them long enough, their lifestyle becomes your lifestyle. Their habits become your habits. Their priorities become your priorities. And slowly your purpose begins to fade. Not because you chose to abandon it, but because you never gave it the time it needed to grow. So ask yourself honestly, who are the people that dominate your time? What do you do when you are with them? Do you leave those gatherings feeling inspired or feeling empty? Do you feel closer to your goals or further away? Do you feel more connected to Allah or more distracted from Him? Because your time is a reflection of your priorities, and your priorities shape your future. My brothers and sisters, this life is short, shorter than we think. And the biggest regret on the Day of Judgment will not be, I did not have enough time. It will be, I wasted the time I had. So by protecting who you spend it with. Stay close to those who remind you of your purpose, those who encourage you to grow, those who push you towards al-khayr even when it is difficult, those who respect and help you use it wisely. Because these are the people who will elevate you, not hold you back. And distance yourself from those who constantly distract you, who keep you entertained but not process. Improved, who fill your hours but leave your heart empty. Not because you are better than them, but because you understand the value of what you have been given. Your time is your life, and your life is your opportunity to earn your akhirah. Do not let anyone, no matter how close, no matter how familiar, no matter how comfortable, take that away from you. Because once time is gone, it is gone forever. And you will not be asked who distracted you. You will be asked how you used what you were given. So choose wisely. Because the people you spend your time with today are shaping the person you will stand as tomorrow before Allah. The one who only comes when they need you, my beloved brothers and sisters. There is a type of person whose presence in your life feels real, feels close, feels important. But in reality, it is built on something very fragile. And that is the one who only comes to you when they need. The one who remembers you in their difficulty, but forgets you in your silence. The one who calls you when they are in pain, but disappears when you are struggling. The one who seeks your support, your energy, your kindness. But when it is your turn, you find emptiness. No response, no effort, no presence. At first, you do not question it because you are sincere, because you are someone who cares. Because when someone comes to you with a need, your heart responds. You want to help. You want to be there. You want to ease their burden. And this is a beautiful quality. This is something noble. This is something Allah loves. But my brothers and sisters, even something beautiful must be protected from being abused. Because if you do not protect your kindness, the wrong people will use. And slowly, what was once a source of reward becomes a source of exhaustion. You begin to feel drained. You begin to feel unappreciated. You begin to feel like your presence only matters when it serves a purpose for someone else. And that feeling is heavy. Because relationships are meant to be balanced. They are meant to be built on mutual care, mutual support, mutual presence. But when one person is always giving and the other is always taking, it is no longer a relationship. It becomes a transaction, a one-sided connection where your value is measured by what you can provide, not who you are. My beloved brothers and sisters, reflect deeply. Who are the people in your life who only appear when they need something? Who are the ones who reach out in their hardship but remain silent in your moments? Who are the ones who ask for your help repeatedly but never ask about your well-being? Because these patterns are not random. They reveal the reality of the relationship, and sometimes we ignore it. We make excuses. We say, they are busy. They are going through something. They will be there when I need them. But time reveals everything. And when that moment comes, when you need someone, when your heart is heavy, when your situation is difficult and you reach out and there is no response, that is when reality becomes clear, and it hurts. Not because you expected perfection, but because you expected sincerity. My brothers and sisters, Islam teaches us to be kind, to be generous, to support others, to help those in need. But it does not teach us to allow ourselves to be used. It does not teach us to ignore injustice, even if that injustice is subtle, even if it comes from someone close, because your heart, your energy, your time are all trusts from Allah, and you are responsible for how they are given and to whom they are given. So what should you do? First, recognize the pattern. Do not deny it. Do not ignore it. See it clearly for what it is. Second, adjust your expectations. Do not expect from someone what they have repeatedly shown you they cannot give. Because disappointment often comes not from reality but from expectation. Third, create boundaries, not harshly, not with anger, but with wisdom. Limit how much you give to those who only take. Protect your time, protect your energy, protect your heart. Because not everyone deserves the same level of access to you. And that is not selfish, that is necessary. Fourth, redirect your kindness. There are people who will appreciate you, who will value your presence, who will make dua for you, who will stand by you not only when it benefits them, but because they genuinely care. Give your time to them, give your energy to them, because these are the relationships that bring barakah into your life. My beloved brothers and sisters, understand this deeply. You are not here to be used. You are here to be sincere. You are here to do good for the sake of Allah. And when you help someone, do it for Allah, not for their appreciation. Because people may fail you, people may disappoint you, but Allah never overlooks what you give sincerely. At the same time, do not allow people to take advantage of your sincerity, because even sincerity must be guided by wisdom. The Prophet ﷺ taught us balance. He taught us kindness but also awareness. He taught us generosity but also self-respect. He taught us to give but not to the point where we harm ourselves. So find that balance. Be someone who helps but not someone who is used. Be someone who gives but not someone who is drained. Be someone who cares but not someone who is taken for granted. And finally, remember this: the one who only comes to you when they need you is showing you something very important. They are showing you the level of importance you have in their life. Believe it, accept it, and act wisely upon it, not with hatred, not with bitterness, but with understanding, because your peace, your energy, your heart are too valuable to be given to someone who only remembers you when it is convenient for them. So choose carefully who you allow into your life and how close you allow them to be, because not every connection deserves closeness, and not every person deserves your full access. Protect yourself so that you can continue to give in a way that pleases Allah without losing yourself in the process. The one who takes you away from Allah, my beloved brothers and sisters, after everything we have spoken about, there remains one type of person who is more dangerous than all the others combined. Not because of what they say, not because of what they do openly, but because of what they slowly turn you into. And that is the one who takes you away from Allah, not in one moment, not in one decision, but step by step, layer by layer, until one day you wake up and you do not recognize your own heart anymore. At first, it feels small, almost unnoticeable. You miss one reminder, you delay one act of worship, you ignore one feeling of guilt, and it seems harmless because you tell yourself, I am still the same, I still believe, I still care. But slowly, things begin to change. The Quran that once touched your heart now feels distant. The salah that once gave you peace now feels heavy. The remembrance of Allah that once came naturally now feels forced, and you do not understand why. Nothing dramatic happened, no big turning point, no major decision, but something inside you shifted. And the truth is, it was not sudden, it was gradual, and often it was influenced by the people you kept closest to you. My beloved brothers and sisters, the person who takes you away from Allah does not always look harmful. Sometimes they are kind. Sometimes they are entertaining. Sometimes they are someone you deeply care about. And that is what makes it so difficult, because you do not want to see them as a problem. You do not want to accept that their presence is affecting your relationship with Allah. But the reality is this: anyone who consistently becomes the reason you forget Allah is a danger to your soul. Pay attention to this carefully. Who are the people after whom you feel more distant from Allah? Who are the people after whose company your heart feels heavier, your motivation weaker, your connection thinner? Who are the people who make you forget your purpose, your akhirah, your accountability? Because these are not small signs. These are warnings. Warnings that your environment is pulling you away from what matters most. And sometimes the effect is not immediate. You sit with them today and you feel nothing. You laugh, you talk, you enjoy. But over time, your habits begin to change. Your priorities begin to shift. Your values begin to weaken. Until one day, you realize you have drifted far, far from who you used to be. Far from the connection you once had. Far from the peace you once felt. And returning feels difficult. Not because Allah has closed the door, but because your heart has become unfamiliar with the path back. My beloved brothers and sisters, this is the greatest loss. Not the loss of wealth, not the loss of status, but the loss of connection with Allah. Because when that connection is strong, everything else in your life finds balance. Your struggles become easier to bear. Your heart finds peace even in difficulty. Your purpose becomes clear. But when that connection weakens, everything else becomes heavy. You feel lost even if you have everything. You feel empty even if you are surrounded by people. You feel restless even when nothing is wrong. And you begin to search for peace in places that can never give it to you. All because you became distant from the one who is the source of all peace. So what should you do? First, be honest with yourself. Do not ignore the signs. Do not make excuses. If someone is affecting your relationship with Allah, acknowledge it, because denial will only delay the damage. Second, evaluate your closeness. Not everyone needs to be removed from your life, but not everyone deserves the same level of closeness either. There are people you can care about from a distance. There are people you can respect without allowing them to influence your heart. There are people you can interact with without giving them access to your inner world. And this is wisdom. Third, replace your environment, because it is not enough to walk away from what harms you. You must move towards what benefits you. Surround yourself with those who remind you of Allah, those whose presence increases your Imaan, those who speak in a way that brings you back, not pulls you away. Those who make you feel that Jannah is worth striving for, that your akhirah matters, that